before I share this, I just want you all to remember I did something very stupid, but I am not in my right mind. So if you guys do not follow me on social, recently we lost our dog, and it's been very, very difficult for me. And so much so that there's some other stuff going on that one of my friends was a little bit worried about me just being a good friend. And she said, you know what? Maybe you need to think about getting another dog. She's like, I know that it seems fast. I know that you don't feel ready, but I think it might be good for you to care for something else and whatever. So the idea, at first I was like, this is a good idea. I went back and forth, bad idea. I'm not ready. But recently I was driving to go see my friend Maddie, who lives in Minnesota, and then we were going to go to her cabin in Wisconsin. So tour day Midwest. And the way that my boyfriend got our dog before I had met her and him was on a farm. He rescued her from a farm, an Amish farm, and he said, you know, she was the runt of the litter, and she was the last one, and she was free. Nobody wanted her, yada yada. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to be driving by a ton of farms. Like a ton of farms. So why don't I just, as I'm doing this long drive, take a little gander at what's out there, you know, on various websites. So I come across this adorable looking dog. I have never seen a dog that looks like this before. And I love a rescue, but I've always wanted a long-haired little weenie dog. Mm-hmm. Always. And so I thought, okay, maybe if it's like a farm situation, it could still be like a rescue situation. So I see this dog, I reach out to this woman, and right away she's like, well, you know, I don't have this dog available, but, you know, here are her siblings. Did you want a boy? Did you want a girl? Whatever. Unsolicited, she goes, now I'm a nurse and I care for people for a living. So these animals are very important to me. I want to make sure they go to good homes. So right there, she's already
like
got
a
me.
Great human.
Yeah, we like her.
Yeah, I love her. So we go back and forth. You know, we talk about. I ask her, you know, how she's been doing. You know, she says, "Do you have a carrying case? I'll send her with a blanket." You know, and I'm like, well, listen, hold on, lady. I need to meet her first. You know, make sure we connect. Yada yada. So we go back and forth, and it turns out to be a situation where she's like, okay, you know, do you want to come meet her? Usually there's a deposit, which I'm told is normal sometimes, that you do have to put a deposit down, and because I've never heard of that. So I told her, you know, and she says, I want you to use, you know, do it this way so it's safe for both of us. Just everything is like green flagging me, you know? So I give her a little deposit, then we keep talking. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to meet her this day. And she's like, actually, that day doesn't work. You know, can we meet this day from this time frame? Again, all sounds legit. So then we have a whole plan. We have a whole plan to meet. Shout out to my friend who was down to do a little road trip with me on an adventure. She's like, I want to meet in a public place at a McDonald's park. I'm like, this is green flags all around, okay? But then she hits me up and she's like, hey, we have a little bit of an issue. My husband said that he got busy at work and he hadn't told me that someone had already put down a bigger deposit than you had. However, they already have a decent amount of puppies. I want her to go to a home where she's going to be the star and she's going to be loved. She's like, we can tell this other person that will send their deposit back, but it's only right and fair. Can you deposit a little more?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
My stoopy self, my grieving stoopy self, deposited a little more. Okay. We're still talking, by the way. She's like, do you want, it's all so legit.
Did you buy a timeshare too?
No, I didn't buy a timeshare, but I had told her,
Kaelin.
I told her at the beginning of the conversation, I was like, listen, I just lost my dog. I don't know if I'm ready for this. She totally played into that the entire conversation. Well, my girl ghosted after she got a decent amount of money from me. And I feel really, really stupid. And
no, don't feel
really
stupid. This happened to my mom too. With she was trying to get a cat.
But your mom didn't grow up with the internet like I did. Like, I'm getting tricked by AI. I feel so dumb. I didn't tell you guys for a while because I was so embarrassed.
So what happened? She just like folded up and went away?
Folded up and went away. So then I got my friend to hit her up about the same dog. Sure as spit, she answers and starts doing the same song and dance. So then we think we're like Sherlock Holmes, you know? And so we start doing a heist with her, and we're like trying to like entertain and catch her and find all her accounts so that I can bring it to the police. But I'm out a decent amount of money. I have no dog. It's probably good because I wasn't ready, but I did not tell you guys for a while.
It's so messed up. This is like a very common scam. It's a very common scheme to like well-intended people who want a new dog. They want a a new animal in their house, and cats, dogs, whatever, and they just take your money.
That is a special place in hell.
Because I think they know. They know they're dealing with people who get excited about the prospect and good people who want an animal and the whole thing. So it's like, you're even worse for that.
She knew.
You're faking to be a nurse. Like you're faking this, you save animals and you're taking money from this grieving girl. Like, ooh.
And don't feel stupid. It happened. It's a very common scam, unfortunately.
I dragged the photos into Google to make sure there weren't duplicates. Right when I said, where do you live? She said, well, I used to live in California. Now I'm here, which tracked out because when I checked her number, it was California. Like, I did do some due diligence, but at the same time, I was like, she's offering me up all this stuff that I didn't even ask for. And so I fell for it, and I'm really dumb.
No, don't know.
But when I show you guys this dog, like, you will understand. Like, I've never seen a dog that looks like this, but
so evil.
Yeah, she knew that I was sad.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's terrible.
I'm stupid.
No.
You're warning everybody else. Watch out for those scammers.
Yes.
I'm a
Damn
boomer.
AI dog.
Right.